Hi there, it's Sandra here on a beautiful summer's evening, potentially the last one we're going to have, but let's try and be positive. I hope the sun's not blinding everything there we go. I've had a really, really good week this week. It's been a lot of different things going on, and particularly in the team space this week. And I thought I'd share my kind of top 3 tips for building out great teams. And it's never easy to really truly build out a team. And I think there has to be 3 key components for you to shift from being a good team to what I like to describe as a high value creating team. So the first thing that I believe every team needs to have is a burning platform. There has to be some form of galvanizing a team behind a cause, behind a mission, and there needs to be some kind of urgency. I find that if teams don't have that urgency behind it, they drift and it drags on and it doesn't have the same level of mutual support and accountability that teams where there is something that is desperately needed. And it could be both from we're going down the pan unless we sort this. It could also be, my God, there's so much work coming at us. We're going to have to pull together in a very different way and find out what's going on, and whether that's organising some kind of agile sprint teams, whether that is you getting behind your own team. But I think if you think your team are kind of going on at the same pace in the same way, one of the things I would look for as a team coach is what's the galvanizing, burning platform, what's the reason for being, where's the urgency, and where's the unifying connection point across this team, as opposed to a group of individuals who are reporting in and progressing nicely against what needs to happen. And it makes it a little more fun. Number 2 would be having a diverse team. Now, we can look at diversity in many different ways. I believe it's diversity of thinking that enables a team to be the kind of best version of itself. But diverse teams are actually quite hard to make happen because you need to invest more time up front. And it's almost counter to the urgency and the burning platform that I talked about in point number 1, because you haven't really got time to enable this team to get to know one another, to build the trust, to understand the vulnerabilities, etc. But you kind of have to, because otherwise you're going to recruit in like, and you may end up getting some of their stuff done in the way you like them to be done, but the value creation will be minimized if you don't bring on people who are different to you and will bring a different component part. And it is incredibly important to invest time with that team to get to know one another, and it doesn't have to be intense and weeks long. It can be short and snappy but regular. I remember being a team coach for a merger between 2 organisations quite a few years ago now, actually, and it was the first time both organisations had taken this route of travel. Very different cultures, and the senior teams came together, and the team leader was phenomenal because he spent a lot of time individually, a lot of time understanding the strengths of both sides of the field, and finding where that kind of yen Venn diagram was across the 2. And the third area I would say you need to have is some fun along the way. What you don't want to have, and I have seen this, is teams burning out because the pressure of that burning platform is too much, because it's all about the next problem, let's get on, right, sorted that, next one, sorted that, next one. You've got to enjoy the ride. We're human beings. We need to enjoy the work that we do, and absolutely we work hard and we pull every stop out that we need to deliver, but remember to motivate that team. And the other organisation I was telling you about from a number of years ago, the team leader again was brilliant. He was so good at doing that breaking bread in a variety of ways that enabled the team would always go the extra mile. So what are you doing to inject some fun and some enjoyment into the journey that you're going to go on? So that's my top tip. So your compelling journey, what's your compelling vision, your burning platform, Have you united people behind that? Number 2, have you got diverse thinking on the team? And number 3, have you built in and injected some fun along the way? So those are my top tips. So if you do lead a team, then maybe have a little think over the weekend about where you can up the dial, as I call it, increase the dial a little bit to get more out of each of those areas. All right, have a great weekend. Take care.